Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel, What the Beck. Today I'm doing something a little bit different and I have a special guest, my mom.
Hi everybody.
You can get wave up here.
Hi everybody.
So, my mom is in town for the weekend because we ran a 5K this morning and we came back home, crashed, and now we're filming this for you. So, basically the topic of today's video is slime, which is this huge thing on Instagram. This is actually a product that's kind of like a toy, and there's so many different things you can do to it, and I thought it would be fun to try and make some with my mom using mainly dollar store ingredients, like these little containers and glue from the dollar store. So let's get started. So first you're gonna take your container.
Oh, we're doing this too?
Yep.
Okay.
And then you're gonna take your spatula. We have these from the dollar store. And we're gonna start out by making a base, which is basically made of glue. So to save time, we're just gonna open up the top like this and just pour some of it out into the container.
How much would you say?
About that much is good because we're
About that much?
Yeah, because we're gonna be here. You can hold it. We're gonna be adding stuff into it. And these are 8-ounce containers, which is like the big size. So
A little bit more?
that's good.
Okay. So it's not an exact science.
Some people like to measure it, but I don't think it's that necessary. So then the next thing we're gonna do is pick a color. So we have food coloring somewhere. Here's our food coloring. And you can pick what color you want and put it in there. What do you think? I think I'm gonna go for purple.
How much you put in?
Start with a little bit and add more, I guess. And then mix it up with your spatula. I used to use plastic spoons, but it's not that reliable and it's really sticky sometimes. And the spatula is just easier to clean off.
I like this swirly pattern.
Yeah. Some people actually sell a finished product that's like not entirely mixed in because they like how it looks when it's like half pink and half yellow or something like that. We're gonna try to make it one color to make it easy.
Okay, I think I'm ready.
I got a little bit more to go. The next thing we're gonna do is activator, which is basically water with borax in it, and I made sure to label this so I know not to drink it, because if
Do
you
you need to
drink
shake it
you'll
up
die.
first, or it's already?
That's a good idea. This is actually laundry soap type thing, and it's just mixed with water. And if you mix it together, you're only supposed to add a little bit at a time to make the slime like slimy and not a rock. It kind of starts turning into goo.
Green goo. It's supposed to be smooth.
Not yet, because it's just mixing in. We need some more.
What kind of consistency am I looking for?
Well, you want it to be stretchy, but not a rock, which is hard because I always overactivate them a little bit. And eventually you might want to go in with your hand instead of the spatula.
Really?
Yeah. Because sometimes it's like sticky, but if you like squish it around some, then it'll turn like sticky and nice.
Is this good?
Stir it up, see if it's...
Oh, I don't want to touch it.
This color is kind of like blueberry smoothie color.
It's like blueberry yogurt.
Yeah. I think mine needs a little bit more. This is why we're using dollar store stuff, so that if we put glue on it, we won't be eating off of it. Weird science.
Hurry up before it dries.
It's not gonna dry because it's chemically reacting.
Okay.
I think I overdid mine a little bit. Do you need more juice for yours?
I don't know. Do I?
You need to pour some more of that in and stir it up. I am going to get a paper towel.
I think I just put too much. Oh boy, I think I put too much in there.
That looks good.
Shouldn't be that wet though, should it? Can we drain out the wet?
I actually made one that looked a lot like that before. And it was also extra wet. But the good thing about these is that if you overdid it, you can always undo it a little. But you kind of have to let it sit for a few days. But that's why I made some in advance, like the cooking shows do. So we can just mix stuff into it instead of making them all at once.
Okay.
So that was just the sciencey part. So the first... Can I put this? We'll just put it there. So the first one that we're gonna make is Pom Pom Sign, which is just clear slime and pom-poms in the colors that my mom picked. Then we're gonna just mix it in. This is kind of sticky, but it's the best I could get it without it like turning into a rock. Do you not want to touch it? Yeah. If you don't want to touch it, I'll mix them in for you. And you can like react to it.
No, it's part of the experience. Oh.
It's really sticky.
I don't think we need too many more, do we?
Yeah, I think that's good. I'll kind of mix them around.
Get off!
So we got the sparkly kind from the dollar store. Yeah, this is all sticky. I'm not the best at making this. This is like my second time. But we'll put it down and we'll experience it further at a later time. Put that one over here.
Gotcha.
So I have my list here of what we could make. Do you want to make, I think butter sign? That would be cool. Do we want to make it look like butter, or is it just going to feel like butter?
Make it look like butter.
Okay. So, for butter slime, you need to get your base out, if it ever will get out. Then we have Model Magic somewhere. You take this food coloring, put some yellow in it so it'll be butter colored.
In here?
Yeah, just like put a drop or two.
Looks like an egg.
It does. And then, to make butter slime, this isn't the noisiest packaging ever, you add clay to it. But we don't live in California where they sell the special clay, so we're going to use Model Magic. I will mix it in, I guess. Since you don't like to touch it.
So we're just mixing.
You want to take a chunk and I take a chunk? Take a chunk. It won't stay stuck to this table, so you can like press it against the table. It looks kind of like popcorn. I don't think this clay is the softest it could have been, but some people make them look super realistic and then they spread them with an actual knife and it looks like real butter. But I don't think... It does look like butter now.
It's kind of fun.
I know. See, do you get it now? We don't need it to be perfect. It's just for fun.
It's like taffy.
Here, do you want to mix them both together? Mix them. Yours is warmer than mine. I have little hands. You have warm hands. Here's our butter slime. Ooh. I actually like this one. Part of why I wanted to make this video was because it would be cheaper than like buying slimes of different textures to try them. I think this is pretty cool.
Yeah.
So let's get a container for that one. In you go. Do you want to make the cube one?
Sure.
So for that one, I've seen some where people make it like pie filling and they do like red for cherries.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you want to make blueberry pie?
Sure.
We'll make a blueberry one with this blue glitter paint. And so for that, we need the erasers. Yeah. Up here. We're going to cut these into cubes with our craft knife. I think I'm just going to cut a few. Hopefully it won't take too long. Some people who sell slimes in like a shop, they have to sit there and cut them for like hours because of how many people order from them. That should be enough. So if you want to dump this out and mix some of this in while I cut these.
Ooh.
But it's paint, so don't put too much. It's just got glitter and color in it.
I have a dilemma.
I like the one with the clay in it too because it didn't stick as much.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you need that much?
Start with less.
I like
There
it.
you go.
Oh, look how pretty it is already.
Well, I'm stuck. If you need more, you can add more. I'm just gonna cut these.
It feels really good. I gotta get this on my hands.
It'll happen. You can start picking up these chunks too. Oh god. We might want to add.
This one's neat.
We might want to add some more of activator, but since it's a clear slime, we'll put the weak activator.
A little bit.
There you go. Oh, you contaminated me too.
Ice cubes.
It looks kind of like soda. This is actually easier to cut than I thought it would be. I don't know why I thought it wouldn't be. And these are just magic erasers from the dollar store. I think the only thing we didn't get from the dollar store was the glue because we tried dollar store glue and it smelled so bad that we couldn't work with it. Need some help?
Ooh, it's all sticky. Blue Rubik's Cube.
Okay, wait, I'm gonna get some activator on here so we can get it all in one place, hopefully.
Sorry, I made a mess.
But I've never actually tried that kind.
Would you like to try it?
I think we should get it activated a bit more first. Ooh, squeeshy. I need to find a different clear glue because we kind of skimped and we got the cheaper brand rather than Elmer's, but I guess Elmer's is tried and true. And here's our cube slime. You want to go wash your hands? I'll get the door.
Be right back.
Need help?
Yeah.
So she's going to wash her hands while I attempt to clean this up. If you want to make slime and you need clear glue, make sure you get Elmer's because this is so sticky. Here, let's see. Oh, well, that was way too much. Squeeshy.
So now what?
I think I want to make a Phloem next because when we first went to the dollar store to look for ingredients, they didn't have any fake snow, which is what they call it, but it's really just foam. So when we went today, they did have it. Ooh. Family bonding. So for the next one, we're gonna make a crunchy one and a Phloem one. So first, you get to pick if you want little beads or big beads.
I like the big ones. So what are we making now?
we're making a Phloem, which means it has foam in it, and then we're gonna also make fishbowl one. So let's get this into 2 pieces. You can put whatever color you like. If you want to use glitter paint, you can use glitter paint. I'm gonna make the crunchy one, so I need these crunchy beads from the clearance section.
So I'm putting the paint in here first.
Yeah, we're gonna mix the color in first, and then we'll put the add-ins, is what they're called. These aren't fully clear yet because I made this after I made the other batch. I didn't have enough time to clear up. I think I'm gonna make teal. Drop of that. Drop of that. I'll just try to use up whatever's left of this blue.
Put it all over my hands like I did the last time.
Yeah, it's kind of inevitable. Even people that make it every single week for their shop get it on their hands. This kind of looks like the earth. Well.
Oh, that's really pretty. Oh, you should leave the colors.
It turned all green. Mine is pretty good. I like the color of it. Even though I'll be green on my hands for the rest of the whole month. And it's still clear, so it's like translucent. Well, you know what? Sometimes it's good if it's sticky, because if you add things to it, it needs to hold on to them. So we'll put some down and you can mix them in.
Here,
I've made one with these before and they don't really like to stay in it, so I want to start with a little. And with the Phloem, you can add more beads than you might think because they stick better than like these, which are made of plastic.
More, please.
Oh, these are getting everywhere.
More bead, please.
Good thing they're only $1.
That's enough. Those were at the dollar store?
Today.
Oh.
Because it's Christmas, even though it's October 6th. I like those. That's the one that I have that I bought from a seller is actually mini beads, and it always separates into the gooey layer and then the crunchy part on top with the beads, and I always take the crunchy part off and play with it separate. Careful. I actually like how yours is coming out.
Ooh. Oh, that's pretty cool too.
It's kind of like a mermaid.
It looks like taffy, like.
Don't eat it. It is not a good idea to eat slime. Stretch them. Stretch them. Okay.
Oh, nice.
Let's put these into containers and then we'll do a comparison of the ones we made.
Ooh, pretty. Love that color.
Those actually did turn out really good.
Butter. And put some on your toast.
Ooh, I really like this one.
Yeah, that's really nice.
Looks like butter. Doesn't smell like butter. But that's okay.
Feels like butter, but don't eat it.
Yeah. It would have been nice to have scents to put in them, but you would have to buy them from like a soap or candle shop, and we don't have any of those near us. And by the time I realized we didn't have any scents, it
we were already doing this video.
I actually thought we would be making more from scratch instead of just the base, but then we kind of ran out of time. But we had this soap, and I thought this smelled like, I told her, pick a soap that you like the scent of, and she just got fresh, so they would all just smell fresh anyway. So we have our butter slime that looks like butter, and we have our Phloem with the beads. Here's our blueberry jelly cube, which I think I might add, since the cube's kind of sucked up all of the slimy part, we might add more to that and store it in a bigger container. And then we have our fishbowl, which is the one that I mixed together. And I think I have one that's kind of like a fishbowl, but it's called a slushy because it's based off of Dr. Pepper. But it's kind of like this. And these are pretty cool because if you play with them a lot, they turn shiny, see? Because of all the air in it.
Yeah, really neat.
There's a shiny one. And then I thought this one would be more appealing because it's got the colors of the pom-poms, but I think again we just needed to put more of the base. But these are fun. And I think this would be fun too if you had the mini pom-poms in there instead.
Yeah.
But this is the dollar store. It's not a dollar store challenge, but we got most of it from the dollar store. This one is the stickiest, so I'm not using that glue again. So what do you think is your favorite one?
Oh, it's hard to choose. Definitely between these two.
Those are the cutest ones.
But I think I like this blue. Just for the color and I like the squares.
The squares. And then, have your perceptions of slime changed since making it? Because you used to be like, oh, why would anyone buy goo?
Well, I mean, I do it maybe once in a while.
Yeah.
Fun activity, but other than that, I wouldn't be making it every day.
Yeah, some people make it every single day. I know one guy has his mom working for him in his shop. Ours aren't the best. They're not perfect, even if they are fun. Some people have like really gotten it down to a science, and they know exactly how much of this to put and which kind of glue gets you the best results. But we're just kind of messing around. I really like this one. You want to say anything about being on my channel?
Oh, it's been so wonderful being on Beck's channel.
I know you got a lot of shout outs, especially in my planner videos.
Yeah, I like to support whatever you're working on.
This literally looks like in middle school when we made butter for after school. Like an after school activity, we made butter. That looks exactly the same. And it's getting shiny, so I think we did something right. Because people always say, oh, it's so glossy. Well, thank you for watching this video. I know it wasn't my normal thing, but I think it turned out pretty cool. And leave a comment of what you think of our collaboration between the two of us, and tell my mom that she needs to have her own channel because she's been meaning to start one, and she needs name suggestions. So what kind of thing would you want suggested for your name?
Yes.
Something
figure
crafty.
it out. Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
But thank you for having me. This was a lot of fun. Quite enjoyable.
You're welcome for having you.
And I get to be a kid for an afternoon.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.